I know, I'm back. Wow, it's a little bit unusual. Well, it's still Saturday. Mm-hmm. And it's still October the 21st. But now it's about 7:35. I was sitting here and I was doing some stuff. And I just ordered James Van Prague's new book that's getting ready to release, Wisdom from Your Spirit Guides. I have a feeling it's going to be very simple simple. I think it's going to be very similar to a feeling like the 10 messages your angels want you to know from Doreen Virtue. But, I love James' style of writing. I have his book, Power of Love. It's amazing. I've taken a number of courses with James. He's one of my greatest teachers. And I just adore the man. What can I tell you? He was one of the forerunners in mediumship. And as you know, my life is heading more and more and more into that direction. Even though I've been doing it for a long time, this is sort of the coming out, if you will, announcing to the world that I do this. And as I was sitting here, right after I ordered his book and got the confirmation email, sitting here and I heard, do another YouTube. Imagine my surprise. So I sat here and I got filled with angel bumps, goose bumps, spirit guide bumps, whatever you want to call them. That beautiful tingling sensation when you know that what you're being asked to do, you're taking action on, and it is truly divinely guided. So I asked which deck. Surprised me. Just like the Healing with the Angels did a few minutes ago, this one surprised me too, because I got asked to use James' deck. And I know that's a correlation with just buying his new book. But this is Talking to Heaven with Doreen Virtue and James Van Prague. And yes, this deck is also published by Hay House. And I was like, well, that's certainly different. So I stopped and I put this reading into prayer. And as I was saying my prayers, even now, like my whole body feels electrified in a good way. And I'm like, oh my goodness gracious. I think I'm shuffling these backwards. Hold on to that thought. Yeah, I did. That's kind of cute. Whoopsie. Well, let me get these straightened out while we're talking. And like literally, my body is covered in chills in a very good way. And I always ask that this space be cleared and cleansed. And I call upon my spirit guides to allow those that want to come through for the greatest good, for the best messages possible. Let's just check this side. Oops, those are split too. All right, we've got them back in order again. Jeez. I twisted the deck as I was shuffling. Oopsie. Oh, that's so much better. And these I don't use very often. When I do mediumship readings, I don't use the cards at all. And every once in a while, I get drawn to pull this deck. You can tell. These look so brand new, they don't even want to bend. And, okay. I'm a-listening. And so let's just see why this inspiration came through. So we'll ask God, His Son, the Holy Spirit, our angels, certainly our spirit guides, and our loved ones to come through and see what messages they have. Okay, it's like a party's gathering. It's kind of unique. That usually only happens when I get ready to do group events. It's really kind of cool. They're just so excited to get their messages out there. And they're always for love. They're always for joy. They're always to help heal. They're just amazing. I'm thinking back to the last reading I did, and I don't remember the specifics, but I remember the feeling of it. And, that's what all of this is about. Okay, I'm being told immediately that someone that's here had a constant problem with their right ear, because it's just like they're telling me, hi, they'll know who this is because the right ear always bothered them. Wow, they're not telling me stop. You want me to do two of those? Oh, okay. So they're just like, it's funny, I almost feel like it's a young child. They were constantly doing one of these, or constantly on the right side of the face. So, not sure, but let's just go ahead and take a peek. Woo! This is different. And to get a 5-card read in this kind of a deck, like earlier Healing with the Angels, it's unusual to get multiple cards that coming out naturally, not that I'm pulling, with Oracle decks. So, okay. Whoever this is, or whoever these people are, because there's a bunch. Woo! Yeah, they're just like doing one of these constantly. You need to know that they were met by so many loving people. And I'm literally hearing and seeing like arms open wide, ready to receive the joy, the love, just the purity of being greeted with love. So you need to know that they're okay and they're not alone. If that was part of your concern, which is what I'm hearing, it's like, tell them I'm not alone. Tell them I'm okay. And let's see what the next card is. Whatever the circumstance was, it's like they're saying there was something unsaid that needed to be said and there wasn't enough time. And so whatever it was, know that they're sharing with you to ask for your forgiveness. They're saying, I'm sorry, please forgive me for not being able to complete and heal before the soul left the body. So they are now reaching out to say, please forgive me, and that they were sorry for whatever pain was caused. You're asking yourself why. You're asking yourself repetitively why. And I'm hearing you need to let go of the why. And stop the anger at God. It's like you're literally screaming out, Lord, why? And they're telling you right now, although you may not understand it, everything happens for a reason. This was not your fault. There was nothing that you could have done to stop it. Everything happens for a reason. And that forgiveness that they're asking for, it's like while they were here on earth, they didn't quite get it. They didn't quite understand where you were coming from. They didn't quite understand your point of view. They didn't quite understand why you weren't just like them in your belief systems. Boy, that's strong. So you can tell there's a lot of people here. Because the next card says the evolution our souls take. And I have a new understanding. Maybe they didn't believe in God at the time, but you did. Maybe it's the reverse. Maybe they just weren't certain of heaven and the levels of evolution. But now that they're with God, His Son, Holy Spirit, and the angels, and their loved ones, there's a new understanding. There's a new awareness of what's actually the truth. So know that you can put yourself at peace with that. And to close this reading, a very soft and gentle and healing message. Don't be afraid. You're not alone. Your loved ones are always with you, as is God, His Son, Holy Spirit, your angels, and your guides. And there's no reason to be afraid. You're going to be just fine. I'll say it here because they're saying it. Put it into prayer. Ask for the guidance. Know that your prayers are heard. They may not always be answered the way you're expecting it, but they are heard. And you can put yourself at peace with that. And know that you're not crazy. These feelings that you have of this presence is real. And it's only to share that you are loved unconditionally and always will be. Whoa. Okay. So I just felt like the party close. Whoa, time for everybody to go back home. And I will close this reading. My goodness. If you would like a mediumship reading from me, or you would like to have a group event, the mediumship readings are available on my website, houseofangelcardreadings.com. Please go to the readings page. You can contact me there as well. But if you'd like to do a group reading, then shoot me an email at houseofangelcardreadings@gmail.com. This was as much a surprise for me as it is for you, I'm sure. Have a beautiful and a sanctified day, and know that your loved ones are talking to you from heaven, and that you are always unconditionally loved exactly as you are. Namaste. Be at peace.